Well, welcome back once again to Crypto UK, folks. How you all doing? So yesterday I posted this one on Discord itself, guys, which is open for free, right? So links will be in the description. Join the server, guys. What are you doing? Just join the Discord server. So this is something which I posted yesterday on Discord server, and it was quite well. It was almost clear with the fact that yes, we are having bidding activities on the market with bullish divergence coming from these price points, and the probability of this one playing out to the upside was pretty less, but it kind of worked out, guys, because you combine some technicals with some fundamentals in the market, and you kind of pinpoint some key areas of inflection, and then you go ahead and you take the risk in the market, right? It's not going to be like getting million overnight trading these crypto assets from technical analysis as a whole, but certainly, guys, over time, these things, these small little success, these small little games can certainly build your wealth as a whole, right? And when you reach a certain point, compounding that wealth is not going to be that difficult, guys, as a whole, right? So these are the situations that you got to take the risk onto, and well, eventually they can play out or they cannot play out. That is something which the market is going to tell you. But essentially, onto this situation right here that was posted for free on Discord. So join this one, guys. This one played out very nicely, right? And we took out the first target. We are at the second target with a potential hidden bearish divergence coming from these levels right here, guys. The RSI was at 55 when we last retested the $49,000 regions, and the price action is once again onto these levels with the RSI being way above this price point, guys. This kind of calls for a little momentum cool down. I'm not saying that this is going to be the top and we're simply going to be rolling down all the way towards these levels once again, but probably, guys, until you're holding 48,000 $500 regions on a 4-hour opening and a closing basis, most likely we can expect trend continuation all the way towards the third target for this trade, which is going to be $51,420 regions, I guess, right? So that's something that we are looking forward to, guys, on Bitcoin itself. Momentum is completely fine. The 4-hour price action structure is fine. All we are playing out right now is a little consolidation, which is coming from that hidden bearish divergence itself, guys. Now, even if you jump on the hourly time frame right here, pardon my internet once again, you can see that yes, we have clear cut momentum that is kind of pushing the price action to the upside, which would be invalidated once we take out this level to the downside, guys. I'm going to be putting a lot of focus into 48,500 regions proceeding forwards, right? Proceeding forwards, and I would certainly be targeting these levels for sure, guys, but I'm going to be really cautious about this entire price point right here. And with that said, if Bitcoin loses this price point, I'm going to be double cautious on altcoin positions as well in the market, guys, because if Bitcoin loses this price point right here, maybe the altcoins would certainly not certainly, but yeah, most of the altcoins would try to sweep the range lows once again, guys, for a retest of maybe some confirmation that the bottom is really being supported by real buying activity or not, right? This is something which you're trying to figure out in the market as a whole, guys. But Bitcoin above 48,500 regions is, well, generally a good news for the entire crypto assets as a whole, guys. Let's see if we can make this target or not, but I'm going to be managing my risk below $48,500 regions, guys. And remember, once you position yourself in a downtrend, you scale out of the position as the asset moves towards your target, guys, as a trader, right? I'm not going to be taking a long position. I'm not going to be targeting these price points all of a sudden, right? I mean, things have to formulate onto these levels so that we can actually target these price points, guys. I don't see that yet. I don't see any huge market-wide reversal sign. This is like a little correction that is happening to the upside once again, which is why this entire zone at 52,000 to higher side of 51,000 regions is kind of very crucial for the market as a whole, guys. Now, do we have any wedge resolved to the upside? Not as of now. This reminds me that yes, we are kind of interacting with this wedge as well, guys. So potentially, if we break out of this level, maybe this will entirely resolve to the upside. So that is something which time will tell as a whole, guys. So we'll see what happens and how the price action reacts at $51,500 regions. If we simply clean this entire zone in a very bullish engulfing manner as a whole in the price action, then yes, we can talk about this entire falling wedge potentially resolving to the upside, and we'll be targeting 58,000 regions, guys. 58,000, again, a pretty crucial level for Bitcoin itself, probably aligning with 618, right? I mean, a little short of it, but yep, the 618 zone is sitting in at $58,000 regions as a whole, guys, because the relevancy of 58,000 is kind of towards the higher side of things. And pardon my internet once again, guys, I mean, this is just, well, I'm in a nomadic mood. As you can see, I'm not in my studio, right? So okay, the 58,000 regions are not your regular average Joe kind of regions, right? It's mega humongous activity region, guys. So if we resolve this entire grind to the upside, this is what we're going to be targeting, guys. So if we talk about the higher time frame trades in the market, maybe once this wedge resolves to the upside on a daily trending basis, that is when you target these levels to the upside, guys. But I would be sticking toward the small to mid time frame analysis for this entire trade as a whole, and I'd be really interested to see what Bitcoin does when it goes to 51,000 regions before basing my swing position decisions on the market as a whole, right? Okay, guys. Now with that said, I think we're going to be jumping into Ethereum real quick, and let's see what's happening right there, guys, because that's kind of crucial as well, right? Most of the altcoins are dependent on this stupid crypto asset right here. Or is it? I don't think it's stupid, guys. Ethereum is probably the hardest money out there as of now, right? I mean, the practicality and the use case behind Ethereum is certainly way greater than Bitcoin itself, guys. Now, what are we doing right here? We are at the 3-2 extension. Guys, remember, last time we were talking about Ethereum was the fact that on the daily net, let me just jump into the daily, and I don't know how much time it's going to take. Pardon my internet right here, folks. So on the daily time, we were talking about the fact that how Ethereum just went for a 20% correction in the market, whereas the RSI simply went to some oversold regions right here, guys. This was showing us that the sellers are really exhausted, right? I mean, this was kind of telling us that the sellers are just doing whatever it takes to suppress the price action to the downside, whereas your RSI was printing in bullish divergence coming from these price points right here, which is kind of quite interesting as a whole, right? Which is why, guys, we kind of lost the downside momentum in the small to mid time frames, and Ethereum on the market got picked up from $36,500, $3,650 regions, right? Now what we are doing is that we are bouncing from the 144 moving average, and now you guys would ask that where the fuck is this moving average coming from? Guys, 144 is a Fibonacci number, right? So, well, let's see if it is working out or not, but it looks to me like on 2 previous occasions the Fibonacci numbers have been working out very nicely on the daily time frame. So anything works until it doesn't. Upon backtesting some key events on the daily time frame for Ethereum, Bitcoin, Cardano and various crypto assets, the 350 moving average and the 144 moving average is kind of working out like an edge in the market, guys, because not a lot of people are putting a lot of focus into these Fibonacci numbers, Fibonacci hocus focus right here. I mean, honestly, it feels quite weird to put my belief into these moving averages, but well, let's just say, guys, I'm going to be putting my opinion at the backside, right? I'm going to be trading the technical analysis, and I'm going to be trading the technicalities rather than my own emotions and my own opinions in the market. So what is working out right now? The 144 moving average is kind of bounced in the price action from these levels, which is working out in the market as a whole, right? Which is why we can see that Ethereum is getting picked up as of now. The scoop up kind of price action is looking nice, although it's not that strengthful, guys. What do we want? What do we want from Ethereum right here? We want one single bullish engulfing candle that can at least situate the price action above the 3-2 extension right here, which is above your $4,100 regions. That is something which will be really interesting, guys, because once we establish a good looking trend on these levels, that is when we start targeting 1618 coming from this entire consolidation that could take the price action all the way towards $5,500 Ethereum in the market, guys. That would be really interesting to see, right? Now, I would be expecting this one to play out with Bitcoin itself in the market, because Bitcoin is going to be dealing with some key crucial levels at $51,000 regions, guys. If Bitcoin is not able to clear that level to the upside, maybe we could be expecting crazy amount of retracements happening on Ethereum once again in the market, right? So it kind of depends on BTC as well. If we are unable to take out 51,000 to the upside, I would not be targeting at least, I would not be putting my entire focus into 5,500 regions, guys. Maybe I would be putting my focus into 618 zones at first, and that is where we would be looking at the reaction coming from these price points right here. If we go above 0.618, that is when you start your trending move all the way towards 1618 with Bitcoin itself, guys. Okay, Cardano real quick, because ADA is kind of oversold in the market, right? This one is also getting picked up from these levels, and it looks to me like once again sellers are kind of exhausted in the market like crazy, right? This is a level that is being held by, I don't know, guys, ever since the first week of December. As you can see, sellers are putting a lot of pressure, and they are just kind of unable to break this level to the downside. So which is why your $1.2 levels on ADA is areas of values, guys, as of now. Now if we are going to be trending like this above $1.2 regions, I'd be expecting a quick little retracement until the 350 daily moving average, which is going to be your $1.52 regions, guys. So we got a good looking clear cut trade in the market as well. Kind of depends on what Bitcoin does on these exact price points, guys. If Bitcoin goes below 48,000, maybe this upswing is not going to play out. But if Bitcoin stays sideways and maintains its price action above $49,000 as a whole. Maybe this is something which is going to come up pretty soon on ADA itself, guys, because we can see that most of the crypto assets are doing that retracement thing in the market, right? So essentially a good looking 10 to 12% range that you can capitalize on in the market. All right, this one is a 17% move to the upside. So certainly one of those better looking trades in the market. As you can see, guys, this entire squeeze is, well, it has kind of resolved to the upside. I'll be waiting for this daily candle to kind of close above this price point right here. If this daily candle really closes above $1.3 regions, yes, guys, that's going to give a lot of confidence to the market participants as a whole, and that is when we're going to be targeting $1.5 regions with all the confidence that we have on ADA itself, right? So good looking trades coming in on Cardano potentially for the rest of this week itself, guys. Okay, AAVE, an asset that I have not checked out for a very long time. I mean, this one is quite choppy, to be honest with you. Not as good looking as, you know, various other altcoins that are looking completely fine in the market. Although we do have a potential grind squeeze resolution coming to the upside, with your price action being supported by a diagonal line coming from these price points right here, out of which we could target a good looking squeeze targets, breakout targets coming from this entire zone that could be taking the price action all the way towards $230 regions, right? Now, next up, ALGO. Are we actually going to do that, guys? I didn't think that I'm going to be going all through all of this list, but it looks to me like most of these crypto assets are good in the price action structure, right? So there's one more thing in the market, guys. You have to identify the strong assets and the weak assets as well, because essentially when the market kind of reverts to the mean after correcting for a very long time, the weak assets are going to have a really difficult time to go to the upside, right? Whereas the strong crypto assets, which have good structure against Bitcoin and Ethereum itself, are going to do that retracement thing with a lot of ease, guys. So what you don't want for yourself as a trader in the market is the fact that your bag's being stuck with something that is very, very weak, whereas most of the crypto assets simply run to the upside. And, well, smart traders keep on taking profit, whereas the weak crypto assets, they just simply stay in the sidelines and they don't do anything as a whole, right? So this potential list right here, guys, I'm not saying that just trade these crypto assets right here, but essentially all of these price action structures are looking nice in the market, guys, which is why I do have this list for myself as well right here. Okay, now ALGO is bouncing against the 350 moving average, which is also looking nice in the market. Again, a squeeze grind kind of situation happening, just like AAVE, to be honest with you, but not strengthful at all, guys. This one is not that strengthful, to be honest with you. So would I be picking on ALGO if I put this next to Cardano? Probably not, guys. I'm going to be sticking to Cardano if I'm not able to decide between these two crypto assets right here. Probably I will go by the technical trends, and the stronger trend is towards the Cardano's price action itself, right? So ADA versus ALGO, ADA kind of wins in the market as a whole. Tron right here. What is Tron doing? I mean, this one is kind of obliterating some key levels to the downside, although this one is getting supported right here, guys. I would feel to hell with my feelings, to be honest with you, but most likely this is something that is being printed with Bitcoin itself, right? So if Bitcoin is above $49,000 as a whole, maybe this is the bottom accumulation zone for TRX on the daily time frame itself, guys. Now let this one consolidate, right? This one needs some time. This one is not under a bullish trending motion as of now, but to be honest with you, this one is a good looking squeeze right here, guys. If this wedge resolves to the upside, good looking targets on TRX could also come up, guys. This is also a good looking trade for 40% move that is going to be coming to the upside, right? So a lot of patience required for TRX on the daily time frame, but most likely if Bitcoin resolves above $50,000, expect Tron to do the same thing. For this one, the levels are going to be at 11 cents as a whole, right? Okay, guys, I think we're pretty much done with the list right here. Last one right here, MATIC right here. MATIC is in a blue sky, almost in a blue sky breakout, guys. Holy shit, right? I mean, MATIC is doing something completely different as compared to most of the crypto assets right here. I do believe that the weekly is extremely bullish on this one, which is why we're getting pulled off, guys. Yep. As you can see right here, the weekly candle had the highest candle closure of all time for MATIC itself at $2.2 regions, and we're kind of expecting an upside momentum, guys. This was the retest of the candle closure at $2 regions, and until MATIC is above $2 regions on a daily trending basis, most likely this will keep on going to the upside, guys. This is something, I mean, this is a strong looking trend, to be honest with you. good looking price action right here. And even if we talk about the Fibonacci extension zones, 1618 is coming in at $3.3 regions, 2618 is coming in at $5 per MATIC, guys. This is something which we have been targeting ever since it was consolidating right under these levels, right? So finally this one is playing out, and it's quite nice to see this one play out to the upside. And until you're above $2, nothing bearish about it. The weekly RSI is also looking pretty nice, guys. You know the deal right here. Weekly RSI above 60 means that the asset is in a macro bullish trend as a whole, right? So we are looking at macro bullish trend happening on MATIC, with your price action potentially getting into price discovery zones, which means that things can get really freaking volatile, guys. Once we go above this price point at the previous all-time high, expect things to get really volatile, which is why, guys, if I were to be entering into MATIC on these levels, I would be a little concerned about my position sizing as well, right? Because that is something that you have to keep in your mind as well, sizing your positions according to what you can do. Guys, eat the fucking food that you can digest, right? Because I mean, if you keep on eating the food that your system can't take, probably you'll end up fucking puking. Which is why a lot of people end up puking their positions, guys, because the losses are something that are beyond control after a certain point, right? That all depends on the way you are sizing your entries in the market, right? So if something is in a blue sky breakout, be very cautious about it. Be very cautious, guys. It's not like, oh my god, some asset is going above the previous all-time high, so I'm going to go all in into this crypto asset XYZ right here. Nope. That's kind of like a wrecked behavior, guys. Don't do that, right? Don't do that. In a blue sky breakout environment, things can be really volatile. And remember, we are playing the long-term game right here, guys. We'll go through crazy amount of bearish waves and bullish waves and bearish waves and bullish waves. If you're smart enough, you can capitalize and fucking make $1 million in these waves, right? This is also possible, guys. Although I don't encourage you to use leverage in the market, because without leverage, you can't really do that. Although, yes, it's kind of possible if you know what you're doing in the trading game as a whole, guys. Okay, on to the last topic for the day right here. I do believe this video is quite long, guys. It was long due, right? I mean, it's been 4 days since I have spoken to you guys right here. So what is happening is that this is just a follow-up to the previous analysis that we did on Solana, because this one is below the 350 moving average on the 4-hour time frame itself, which defines your macro moves on Solana itself. As you can see, most of the price action below the 350 moving average calls for a long form of consolidation on Solana against USD as a whole, guys. Every single time you can see, right? Most of the times right here. We don't have much history right here, but yep, the price action was certainly below the 350 moving average. I mean, the first 350 candles started from here, which is why the moving average also started from these price points. But you can see the general trend, right? The general trend is that the price action will stay suppressed and things will kind of go sideways until you're below the 350 simple moving average on the 4-hour time frame. So Solana is kind of doing the same thing, guys. Now, even if we resolve this entire range to the upside, which is also pretty much well defined right here, guys, this is pretty much clear. As soon as we clear this level to the upside on a 4-hour trending basis, that is when you're going to be targeting this region right here. That is your $205 regions, guys. So this is going to be your trading target as well, right? So if I were to be positioning myself on Solana on these levels, I'm not going to be expecting some crazy runs to the upside for all the way. I don't know, guys. A $500 Solana is probably a difficult thing for the price action to do with such posture in the market, right? We need to establish several things, guys. Remember the last time Solana started its major uptrend only after we established a good looking trend above the 350 moving average, with your RSI telling different things as well. Now this is the 200 RSI, guys. Remember, you can be creative with RSI as well, and you can try to spot macro trends as well. So for this analysis right here, things are, let's just say we're talking about macro analysis with small time frame price action, which is why the RSI has higher numbers right here, guys, and the moving average also has higher numbers, right? Mostly on the daily analysis, on the weekly analysis, I would not go beyond the 200 simple moving average itself. But if I'm trying to dig deep and if I'm trying to understand the nitty-gritties of the price action as a whole, I'm going to be doing these kind of fuckeries, I guess, to figure out where the trend is at as a whole. So essentially, guys, the 50 reads on 200 RSI is your bear control zone, right? As you can see, guys, Solana's trend happens. Most of the bullish trends on Solana happen when the RSI is trending above the 50, right? That is when you see crazy expanse on the price action as well. Now, do we have this right now? Nope, we don't have it, guys. Now, even in this extension to the upside, you can see right here, guys, this entire leg to the upside, the bounce that came from 350 moving average, which was a good looking trade in the market, to be honest with you. Longing Solana at 190, taking profit at $236 regions, was when the RSI had a good looking bounce coming from the 50 reads on the 200. It's quite confusing, guys. This one is quite. I'm not doing a nice job right here, I feel. If you have any doubts, any question, let me know down in the comments, guys. Also, let me know what you all are willing to trade in the market for the rest of the week, as we have good looking price action coming in on stock market indices as well. That is kind of backing up cryptocurrencies price action as well. So essentially, this week overall is nice for all the capital markets as a whole, right? So which is why we can trade with a little bullish bias, but we have to be cautiously bullish in the market, guys. Remember, we have not confirmed any macro reversal as of now. We have not confirmed those crazy 100,000 moves on Bitcoin as of now, which will take some time, which is why we have to be a little conservative, guys, and we have to be little cautiously bullish in the market. Essentially, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys right here. Now, good looking move could potentially happen on Solana for about a 10%, guys. Another 10% range to capitalize on Solana right here. And most of the risk management is, well, it's going to be below this price point. So if you see Solana going below $175 regions, I think that is when Bitcoin could also obliterate 48,000 regions and probably test 46 once again, right? So I would be watching 48,500 on BTC and $176 regions on Solana. If both of these levels are being held, I would expect continuation coming on Solana after this price point right here. That could take the price action all the way towards $205 regions, guys. Okay, with that said, pretty long video for you folks right here, but I'm going to be catching all of you pretty soon. Bye for now.